In the heart of Babylon, under the reign of King Darius, lived a man named Daniel. He was not just an official. He was a beacon of wisdom and integrity, highly favored by the king for his exceptional qualities. But Daniel's true devotion was not to any earthly king, but to his God. Every day, without fail, he would kneel in his chamber, his windows open toward Jerusalem, and offer prayers and thanks. His diligence in his work was matched only by the steadfastness of his faith, a quiet, powerful rhythm in the bustling life of the royal court. This very piety, however, stirred a bitter jealousy among other high officials. Unable to find any fault in Daniel's professional conduct, they devised a wicked scheme to exploit his unwavering faith. They approached King Darius with flattery, persuading him to sign an irrevocable decree. For 30 days, no one in the kingdom was to pray to any god or man except the king himself. The penalty for disobedience was to be cast into a den of lions. Blinded by pride and unaware of the trap, King Darius signed the law, sealing it with his ring. Even with the royal decree echoing through the streets of Babylon, Daniel did not waver. He knew the grave consequences, the terrible fate that awaited him, yet his commitment to God was absolute. Just as he had always done, he went to his home, ascended to his upper room, and knelt by the open window. With a heart full of peace, he prayed to his God, his voice a calm defiance against the king's unholy law. He chose faithfulness to God over his own life. It did not take long for the conspirators to find their moment. They burst in, catching Daniel in the very act of prayer, and rushed to report him to the king. A deep distress fell upon King Darius as he realized the true intention of the law he had so foolishly enacted. He had been tricked into condemning his most trusted advisor. The king spent the day searching for a loophole, a way to save Daniel, but the law of the Medes and Persians was unchangeable. With a heavy heart, he gave the order, and Daniel was led away to face his grim sentence at the lion's den. As the heavy stone was rolled over the mouth of the den, sealing Daniel in the terrifying darkness with the hungry beasts, the king's hope faded. Daniel was alone with the lions, their menacing growls filling the enclosed space, but he was not truly alone. As the lions prowled, a divine presence filled the den. An angel of the Lord appeared, shutting the mouths of the powerful creatures. They became as gentle as lambs, lying peacefully at Daniel's feet. Above, King Darius endured a sleepless night, tormented by guilt and fasting in anxious prayer for Daniel's safety. At the first light of dawn, the tormented king hurried to the den. His voice, filled with anguish, called out into the darkness, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve continually, been able to rescue you from the lions?" To his astonishment and immense relief, a calm voice answered from within, "O king, live forever. My God sent his angel and shut the lions' mouths, and they have not harmed me, because I was found blameless before him." Overjoyed, King Darius commanded that Daniel be lifted out immediately. There was not a single scratch on him, for he had trusted in his God. Justice, however, was swift and terrible. The king ordered that the men who had maliciously accused Daniel, along with their families, be thrown into the very den they had prepared for him. Then King Darius issued a new decree to all the peoples and nations of his empire, proclaiming the greatness of Daniel's God, the living God who performed signs and wonders, and who had delivered his servant from the power of the lions. In the aftermath, Daniel continued to prosper and hold a high position throughout the reign of King Darius and beyond. His story became an enduring testament to the power of unwavering faith and God's profound protective love for those who remain faithful. From a pit of despair, he had risen to a place of even greater honor, a living symbol of divine deliverance and the triumph of righteousness.